Historical Brief of Police Regional Office 9. Zamboanga City was Western Mindanao's regional center prior to former President Fidel Ramos's order to transfer the center to Pagadian City. Its strategic position at the southern tip of the Zamboanga Peninsula made it logical choice for both Spanish and American occupants of the islands as their military command posts. History has it that the Spaniards chose it to be their main Mindanao military base with the construction of a concrete fort, and the Americans made it as capital city of Mindanao in 1903. The American Armed Defense was well aware of its geographical position in the American military campaign and the advantages of the city's vast coastline in the pursuit of its ends. With the realization that the city's coast was both advantage and risk, a military reservation was identified directly fronting the twin Santa Cruz Islets and the island of Basilan. Immediately, it identified a zone for the purpose and tagged an area of a little over 3 hectares labeled as Tierra Insular or public land for a military reservation in 1909 as intended. The area eventually became the home for the defunct Philippine Constabulary. It was initially named Camp Kawakawa, logically named after its location, Kawakawa Boulevard. The Philippine Constabulary 91st Company occupied the camp in the early 1960s with headquarters at the area's old 2-story Spanish-built wooden building as headquarters. When the Southwest Command, forerunner of the current Southern Command, was established in 1969, it was tasked to supervise and control all units of the armed forces of the Philippines in the area, including the then Philippine Constabulary. The new SOWESCOM used Camp Kawakawa as its base. 2 infamous events led to 2 significant changes in the history of police presence in Zamboanga City: the Philippine Constabulary Headquarters fire of 1976 and the Kawakawa Siege of 1989. In an unfortunate circumstance, a fire hit the old Philippine Constabulary Headquarters in 1976 and gutted down the component building that housed the Constabulary's operations. The event gave impetus to establish a new headquarters, and on July 1, 1978, the Philippine Constabulary Integrated National Police Regional Command 9 was created. The historic critical events on January 4 to January 6, 1989, popularly known as the Kawakawa Siege, provided the impetus for the long overdue renaming of the former Police Regional Office 9 headquarters in honor of the late Brigadier General Eduardo B. Batalla. The new Philippine National Police Police Regional Office 9 Camp at Barangay Mercedes, Zamboanga City is being named as Camp Colonel Romeo A. Abendan in memory of the former Chief of Staff of Philippine Constabulary Integrated National Police RECOM 9, who was killed during the hostage-taking incident staged by a group led by ex-patrolman Rizal Ali at Camp Kawakawa on January 4 to January 6, 1989. The present Police Regional Office 9 headquarters, Camp Abendan, is a 10-hectare lot purchased in 2 separate titles. The first one was bought during the incumbency of Brigadier General Cirilo A. Bueno Jr., and the second was acquired during the incumbency of then Police Chief Superintendent Roberto T. Lastimoso. It was during his term that the administration building was constructed. The 7 newly completed buildings were inaugurated under the stewardship of Police Chief Superintendent Dominador C. Rosas Jr. Other old buildings were later refurbished, while new buildings were built in accordance to the Camp Development Plan. The Regional Logistics and Research Development Division, 9th Regional Mobile Group, now known as the Regional Mobile Force Battalion 9, and the Regional Headquarters Support Group, took charge of the clearing, landscaping, and facelifting of the new home of the premier law enforcement agency in Western Mindanao. This was made to improve the working environment of the Police Regional Office 9 workforce and enhance the capability of a pro-clientele organization. Police Regional Office 9 had 35 regional directors in total, with Police Brigadier General Neil B. Alinsangan as the current and the 36th Regional Director.